Welcome back, guys. We want to thank you once again for tuning in, and we have the pleasure of being with our good friend Beth. We have been working with Beth, as you guys already know. We had the evening elevation that we are going to have a little while ago, and this is thanks to her that was going to happen. So we said we had to have her on the pull-up experience, and that's what we're having tonight. So we're going to learn about commercial leasing. We're going to know a little bit of everything. She tells a great story about how to keep pursuing your clients and going forward. I had notes already I'm going to be taking. So get your notebook ready. I'm about to get right into it. So we want to welcome you, Beth.
Thank you so much for having me, everyone, and with this delicious wine.
Thank you. Wine, the best in the city, by the way.
Thank you.
So Beth, introduce yourself to our viewers. Let everybody know exactly who you are.
I will. So my name is Beth Azor, and I'm from Fort Lauderdale, and I've been in the commercial real estate industry for 36 years. I'm 61. I know I don't look it, right?
No.
I have 2 boys. I'm a single mom. And my 21-year-old is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed rapper, and my 18-year-old I adopted from Guatemala, and he's a brown boy. And I love them both to the ends of the earth, and I love being a mom, and it's my most important job. But the other job is I own a few shopping centers in South Florida, and I teach commercial real estate agents that do shopping center leasing around the country how to fill vacancies. And every once in a while I get called to do an assignment where I fill vacancies in a project that is kind of tough. So I got a call 7 months ago from Dan Gilbert, the owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers, from his team, not him. And he said there's a mall in Cleveland, 17% occupied mall, and in October we have the Hall of Fame Awards coming with a lot of celebrities, and in February we're getting the NBA All-Stars game. So can you come and do your magic and come to Cleveland and try to bring us some tenants? And I said, I would love to. And so for 7 months I've been coming here 1 week a month, and I've been out in the communities knocking on doors, and I am very excited to say that we have signed 13 one-year leases. Not just pop-ups. Their goal was pop-ups for NBA, and I've been able to do 13 one-year leases and I think 2 or 3 pop-ups. And we have about 5 to 7 other entrepreneurs that we're still talking to, and in the next couple weeks we should be signing up 30 food and wine vendors for the food court for All Stars. So super busy, but that's kind of me in a nutshell. So own properties, teach people, and retail's my jam. So I love entrepreneurs, because what entrepreneurs do is they bring character to the properties versus the nationals. You know, like, have I done a couple Starbucks leases? Of course. Would I rather do local, you know, Rising Stars coffee or Phoenix coffee or Cafella coffee? I'd rather do that because they're unique, they bring character, they bring a different audience, and when you're in their coffee shop, you don't feel like I could be in any coffee shop because they all look the same. Right? So that's kind of who I am.
Yeah. You're also an author, right?
I am. I've written 2 books.
Okay.
The first book is called Don't Say No for the Prospect, which talks about mindset and fear. And the second one is the Retail Leasing Playbook, and it's basically a handbook of how do you lease shopping centers. Because I get called all the time with people, you know, will you mentor me or will you coach me? And I just wanted to put it all on in one book and say, just read this book, and this is 36 years of of the stuff I've learned, and I want to share it with you. And you know, do I do coaching? I do coaching for sure, but I'd rather be a gazillionaire and give it all away for free. And I know you know that I have, I think, over 150 videos on YouTube that pretty much, when people say I'm going to hire you, you know, for you to coach me, I go, just watch the YouTube. Everything I'm going to tell you is in the YouTube for free. So watch the YouTube.
Yeah, Beth lays it all out, guys. Now, matter of fact, I'm not even gonna tell the story because Brandon always tell it different. So I'm gonna let Brandon do the honor. Tell them how we met Beth, because I love that she actually is about her word. A lot of people tell you what they do, but you never actually see it. So how did we catch her in action?
So as you guys know, we were at the Wire event back in, what was it?
November?
Back in November, yeah. By the way, shout out to Brittany
And Kalani,
and Kalani.
yeah.
Thank you guys once again for having us at the event. And just an awesome event. And me and Keith, we both was like, we were blown away because we were like, it's been years since we've been in Tower City.
Yeah.
And we were.
I'm trying to change that.
Listen,
Doing a great job.
You're doing a great
Doing
job.
a great job.
Yeah. And we were just like, oh, because I didn't know about the white oak room or anything that we were like, oh. But when we got into the presence of everything that was in there, from the setup to the ambiance as a whole, was just awesome. And then when we met Beth, once again, because as you guys know, me and Keita, we're introverts
Yeah,
of the group.
absolutely.
And the kid is the extrovert of us. But once again, we were kind of shy when first initially meeting people. But Beth, like the light that she is, she came to us and said, well, basically, how can I help you guys or whatnot? And that's when we came to the idea of even elevation. And Beth, once again, she made sure that before we left, we made sure to talk to her and just plan this out. And we've been in contact with her ever since. And it's been a great experience ever since then. That's how we got to tonight, guys.
And we're gonna have that event.
Exactly.
It's gonna get rescheduled and we're gonna let you know the dates and y'all need to be there because it's gonna be off the hook.
Oh,
I
yeah,
heard it.
definitely.
Exactly. And it shows the power of networking, guys, because don't shy away from meeting new people because you don't know what opportunities might align with that.
And may I say, you know, because we wanna be real, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And don't be afraid to meet new people that don't look like ourselves.
Yeah, Brett got an
Exactly.
invitation to the cookout.
Exactly.
And the tour, y'all. Y'all know I
As
don't
soon as we
play.
came in, as soon as we came in.
You know, the 13 leases we've signed,
Mhm.
all 13 are Black entrepreneurs in
Mm.
Cleveland.
Oh, that's
Every
wonderful.
single one of them.
That's wonderful.
That's amazing.
And that's what our city needs. That's what,
And the first couple that I walked in, it was harder,
Yeah.
right? I was not welcome to the cookout. I do have a team member who's Black,
Mhm.
who when we would show space, it would be me and Chloe, 21-year-old blonde hair, blue-eyed girl. She works with me, and Duran from Detroit. And we choreographed this. I would tell my spiel, and I would say, this is the deal, and then we would walk away. And they turn to Duran and they say, is she for real?
Mm.
And he goes, she's absolutely for real.
Mm.
This is the real deal. What she says is true. And then I got back into the conversation because I'm the deal maker. Duran is new to the game too,
Yeah.
so he didn't have the experience I did. So we worked together as a team. And then what I did is I then networked with the business owners I made deals with and we signed leases with.
Mhm.
Every one of them, I would take the new folks to go meet them and say, please go talk to Erica at Jackson's Closet, or please go talk to Dason at City Breaks Barber, and talk to them about their experience with me in Bedrock, and see if what I'm saying I've fulfilled on my commitment.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And I love that. So, because you said that, for the record, as of January 2022, we do still have a few spaces that we can actually lease, right?
We do.
What is your ideal client, and how can one of our viewers who might be interested in leasing out a storefront position themselves correctly to even approach you, or what are some things that they need to be looking for when it comes to leasing corporate, so that they come to the table correctly and are able to make this a mutually beneficial exchange?
So we have, the list is endless about who I would like, right? So it looks like we're signing a selfie museum. That was not on the list, okay? So you can bring me any creative idea. We're talking to a pet boarding and daycare, and now we have to think about, we can't have barking dogs next to stores, it can't be next to the apartments, so we have to strategically, but I love the amenity for the downtown business people and the apartments, right? So we found her, she found us, and it's, I love it. I want a co-working place. I think Tower City could use a co-working place. Starbucks moved out, they left us. We want a local Cleveland coffee place to replace them. I want a nail salon. I'm working with a local that I think is going to happen, but we haven't made that deal yet. So I don't know if you guys know this, but when I was hired, I had 40 vacancies to fill. A month later, I had 20 because the apartment complex had a flood. And the whole north of the mall was shut down this whole time I've been here. So my inventory went from 40 to 20, which is fine. We've leased 13, we have 2 pop-ups, so I have about 5 or 6 spaces left before All Stars. And then the whole north wing will be reopened this summer.
Okay.
So for example, the boarding and daycare for the pets, that will be in the new wing.
Okay.
So yeah, the apartment complex had broken a pipe. So the bad news is I didn't have the inventory. The good news is their insurance company will be delivering us all new spaces.
Nice.
You know, you always have to look at the bright side, right?
Yes, yes.
So I am very open to lots of ideas for entrepreneurs. And I've been doing this a long time, and I can tell you if I think it's gonna work, I'm very direct. I think you guys know this about me by now. And I will tell you, I don't think it's gonna work, and this is why. Now, if you bring me an idea, and we think that it's something that has legs, what do we need? We pull a credit check. So we've unfortunately had some misses with some entrepreneurs in Cleveland because the credit was not great. I have then welcomed them to bring in a partner with a better credit score. You know, your credit score is not good, bring in this person, let's partner together so that, because it's your idea, but he's got stability. So I'll be creative with that. We also want to see cash in the bank, right? Because we may be giving unbelievably great, lower than market deals, but you still have to have money, because I am not selling you guys this story that Tower City has millions of people. We're not Beechwood, we don't have millions of people. Now, do I think that 13 new tenants and another 7 new tenants and All Stars will help grow the Tower City, the recognition that we're coming back? Yes, but I don't tell anyone when they walk in, if someone says, where's the traffic? I said, I need you to help me bring the traffic.
Right.
Why did we do the wire event? I wanted to bring the real estate folks here to say, like what you said, oh my gosh, I haven't been here in years, I didn't know, they were leasing space, okay? Every tenant we sign, I want them to bring an event. So we had Jackson's Closet, she brought a fashion show. We have a sneaker guy, Feet Geeks, he's gonna do a sneaker con.
Nice.
We have Styles of Imagination, she's gonna do a fashion show. I'm working on something really big. If I can pull it off. So 95% of everyone I meet in Cleveland has a nostalgic attachment to this property.
Yeah.
For one reason. They came here with their families for Christmas. So I am trying to work on a Christmas in July event and bring back Tower City the way it was back then. And what's been so refreshing for me is because of this nostalgic attachment to Tower City, I get a huge welcoming when people say, yes, we want to help you bring it back.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
But we're not there yet. So that's why the rates are low, and that's why we're being very flexible with lots of different things. So, but we need a good credit score, because if you have a credit score of 300 or 400, the corporation that owns the property is going to be concerned that you're going to pay your bills.
Right.
It's just the fact of life.
Right.
So the credit score is important, and some cash in the bank. We don't need $100,000 of cash, but I can't have $300 in the bank.
Right.
Because if the rent's $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month, and you have $300 in the bank,
Right.
we're nervous that when you open, because you're very excited about your idea, even though Beth has said a million times, we don't have the traffic, you're gonna say, where's the traffic? And then you don't have the kind of the little, cushion
Right.
to make it through while we're building this back. Business plan is helpful. So if it's a new idea, have you thought about, how much product can you sell? Can you merchandise the space? Where's the inventory? So, we have people that we're bringing a couple people from warehouse spaces where they're doing like little booths in these warehouses, and I'm bringing them to their first retail, but I go to visit them and they have egads of merchandise.
Yeah.
So that's great for me, because merchandise versus if you're manufacturing the clothing, or today I was talking to a cupcake lady. I said, how many cupcakes can you make to come for 5 days of All Stars? Like, can you make enough cupcakes? Because I don't want you to sell out of cupcakes day one, and then
Right.
what am I gonna do? There's gonna be an empty cupcake table for 4 days. So those are kind of the things that the entrepreneur needs to be thinking about.
So, speaking of trying to get Tower City in a place where the residents want to come and people want to come and shop, we were talking about downtown and how so many people live downtown now, and I think the number was 20,000.
Oh, yeah.
And we do need somewhere else besides Beechwood. We don't have many choices as far as shopping. So to see entrepreneurs come down and open unique businesses, different things, I'm really praying that everything goes off well. And I'm sure it will. That's a great start. And people need a place to, a lot of people have their ideas, and like you said, they've been working with a table in a big factory or warehouse, and now they have a chance to have their own business in a place like downtown Cleveland. It's awesome. Kudos to you. Thanks for coming here and making things happen.
Well, day one, when I got hired, we signed the contract. Day two, I subscribed to every local, and this is good for entrepreneurial advice.
Mhm.
I immediately subscribed to Crane's Business, the Daily Paper, like 5 different magazines and newspapers.
Mhm.
So the first day I'm reading Crane's Business, and I learn about chain reaction.
Yeah, they've been killing it.
And chain reaction, for those of you that don't know, is an entrepreneurial competition that some 3 not-for-profits get together, and 100 people apply. They pick 25 people. Those people go through a 7-week boot camp. They're taught recruiting, social media, business planning, etc. And I immediately called Bedrock and I said, we have to be a sponsor. We need to teach one of the classes, and we need to give 3 prizes. We need to give the financial support like the Key Bank does, and we're gonna give 3 prizes: a year free rent, 6 months free rent, and 3 months free rent.
Nice.
And the class that we're gonna teach is how do you pick bricks and mortar, and we're gonna walk all of the people through Tower City.
Wonderful.
Nice.
So-
Absolutely.
And you still won.
Exactly, because even if the 3 don't win, I've now met the other
Right.
Yeah.
17
That's good.
entrepreneurs, but
That-
understand, and the 100 applicants that didn't make the top 25, by the way.
Yes.
But then from that group, that's how we met Larice Purnell with the Real Black Friday.
And shout out to Larice, because he's been doing some excellent stuff in the city too.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
they're actually coming here.
They
also.
are, so I heard about him, and I called him up and I said, you need to bring that here. And he said, well, I have 300 tables and 8,000 people. I'm like, well, you can't do that for All Stars, but I'll let you do 100 tables and you can bring 1,000 people, because why do I want to do that? Those are 100 of future potential businesses for me, right? And what I also learned by reading the newspapers and all of the magazines is the pop-ups here in Cleveland in the summer.
Yeah.
Every weekend there's a pop-up.
There is, there is.
So I'm flying here on the weekends to go to all these pop-up things to meet the entrepreneurs.
Oh, yeah.
But being up to date with current events, like
Yeah.
Juneteenth. So I was I had another assignment. I couldn't be here for Juneteenth. Trust me, I would have been here had I
Right.
not. So just becoming part of the community that your clients are in,
Mhm.
whatever that is, right? If you are a hairstylist, becoming part of whatever the community, think about who is my customer, where are they going to be, and go be there,
Yeah.
right? And not be afraid to walk up to people you don't know and
Yeah.
say, how can I help? I didn't walk up to you guys and go, do you have a store you can put in Tower City? Like that's
Right.
that's the opposite of what you do in selling, right?
Exactly.
It's serving first. And when you guys told me what you did, I'm like, oh my gosh, we have to have an event.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, she did. Just on the spot, came up with the idea and said, here's my number, here's my assistant's number. They've been very helpful in calling and actually answering. Once you know how some people exchange contact information and it's like, I'm gonna get with you, I promise. No, she actually does follow up, and if she doesn't, her team does. They've been really great at that. So tell us more, because you guys have been having a lot of events. Our whole squad whether it's just us, the three of us that are in your face, or the hundreds of us behind the camera, our whole thing is pulling up. Not only do we come and see you, but our goal is to help elevate one another. So how can we make sure that we are pulling up, to make sure that we're actually supporting this initiative, because it's amazing what you're doing for one of our, like I said, it's a nostalgic feeling to be a part of Tower City. Everybody remembers coming down here, traveling down here, even Christmas, from the movies to the fountain to whatever. So the fact that it's coming back and coming back strong with us supporting each other, how can we be a part of that and be helpful to your initiative?
So probably the nearest thing, obviously NBA All-Stars is just crazy, but having the Reese, so the Reese has a goal, the Reese Purnell, 100 tables, 500,000 of income to the Black community.
Oh.
Yeah.
500,000, so that's 5,000 per table. So he has been being on social, I'm sure you guys have seen it, videoing, and he's got, I think, billboards in the airport, but his goal, his mission is, it's all fine and dandy for all these people to have tables in Tower City, but if the community, all of the community, not just the Black community, but if all of the community needs to come down here that Saturday and spend money. Because if you can come down and spend $100 with a Black entrepreneur, we have now invested into that community, and his goal is 500,000. Well, we just added, I think, 50 tables, so now we have 150 tables. So math is not, 150 times 5,000, so that's $750,000 that Cleveland and also the people that are here for All Stars can contribute back into the community. So the first and foremost, that's the best thing we all can do, is to spend money within our community in Tower City on February 19th and 20th.
And y'all know that's my birthday weekend, so make sure y'all pull up. Also,
216-216.
Thank you, ma'am. Invitation accepted.
Be a good listener.
But listen to what she said, because we all know we did, what was the NFL we had?
The draft.
Yeah,
The draft. We
That
didn't
was
see any money from the
weak,
draft. And when I
no.
say we, no offense, it's our community. We did not see any money from that. I don't think anybody even came down and even participated in the events, let alone made money as far as like being a vendor or anything. NBA, they just did the, like you said, the awards. Again, we were behind the mark on that. So now we had a chance to actually position ourselves. And again, shout out to you, Luis, because you guys worked together. You figured out a way to make sure that we are building and growing one another. So if you only save 100, which we want you to do more, but put 100 to the side, even if it's 50 a check. We spend that on 2 you want. If it's me, you definitely spend it, right? But definitely get your 2 you. I like Cabernet if you're gonna buy me for my birthday. But that would be a great way for us to support each other, because we always talk about how the dollar isn't cycled long enough in our community from us, yet we are the biggest consumers. So the fact that there's a platform for us to support, a lot of you guys are a part of the vendors. Shout out to Sharita. She'll be doing it with her celebrity sales method. We're working with Teen Enterprise. They'll be having a table. So come and support our mentees, y'all. Come and support these teenagers. There's so many people who are doing so many great things. Vitamin Candy, she'll be down here.
We're talking about
Sharkeisha's coming down here. Y'all come and see our people and support our people. And it's not even it's us. Go, instead of just looking in the mirror, supporting yourself and giving yourself affirmations. No, we're gonna come spend some money with you. At least come and see the transformation, because what we're gonna do after we wrap is walk through the mall. There's so much going on, even the ice bucket rink and everything else. So I'm excited. It's bringing a little tear to my eye for real.
Super excited.
Crazy,
150 vendors. That's
We
awesome.
don't do
So
that.
that's step one. So then after NBA, so this is the real shout out. NBA comes and goes. My 13 tenants, we gotta support them.
Yeah.
Okay, because if we don't support them, now you're gonna get me going.
Right.
If we don't support them, they're gonna close their doors.
Right.
So Jackson's Closet is little boys' clothing. City Breaks Barbershop, he's got 3 locations barbershop. City Geeks is tennis shoes, sneakers, he does trading, feet geeks. I've got Mia Moore Boutique, she was a nurse and wanted to open up, she was into fashion and she wanted to
Oh,
open
wow.
a boutique, nurse. We've got Styles of Imagination, Diane Lids, she's got another store, gotta support her. Peach Fuzz, waxing and threading,
Nice.
guys and girls.
Nice.
If you need any of that stuff done, come see her. We've got Jeff from Red Velvet Men's Grooming. They got beard
Listen,
stuff.
I gotta trim myself.
You gotta come see Kim. Those are the ones that come to my mind. So that's the other thing is, how do we
Continued
keep
support.
this community going? And the next 5 that I bring in is we've gotta support them. We've gotta come down and shop instead of, nothing against Beechwood, but instead of going to the other malls, come to Tower City and shop with these new tenants. 360 Clothing is, they've got 3 locations. We've got MGK Shoe Cleaning. So, you know, we've got all kinds of different things. Also, I think you guys are, I didn't tell you guys this. This is a pop-up for NBA, but I'm really, really excited about this tenant. Collegiate Lux. So Collegiate Lux, are you guys ready?
Yes.
They're the collegiate apparel for the HBCU.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Listen, alumni, come on now.
Nice.
So,
Very
hoodies
nice.
and t-shirts
Nice.
from
Very
the
nice.
HBCUs
Oh, I
around the
love
country.
that.
You like that?
I would definitely pull it up.
So,
Yeah, I would- yes,
so,
yes.
you know, so the best thing, and then what we're encouraging all of them to do is to have events. So just like Jackson's Closet had a fashion show at her grand opening, brought 300 people to the mall. I was telling Brandon, it was the first time the mall saw 300 people in years. Feet Geeks is going to have a sneaker con. Diane from Styles of Imagination is going to have a fashion show. So we want all of our tenants to have events that you guys can come and support too.
That's awesome.
You know, we had concerts in the fall. We had Bone Thugs and Harmony. We had Plain White Tees. We
Nice.
spent a lot of money on concerts and very few people came. And that, you know, that's painful, right? When you spend a lot of money on
Yeah.
concerts and then the community doesn't come. And we're learning like, what do the people want? Like,
Yeah.
what kind of events do, so this is all learning. Like, you know,
Yeah.
there hasn't been a new lease signed in this property since 2016.
Wow.
My goal was 5. And we've done 13, and I'm blessed by the people I've met in Cleveland. I've spoken to 571 businesses in Cleveland.
Wow. Ooh, that's dedication right there.
571. Someone told me, I didn't know there was 571 businesses.
Listen, when you said that, I'm like,
Yeah.
Our books stay full.
So what can we do to help? We can support them during Real Black Friday and after Real Black Friday.
So I have a question, Beth. Parking for Tower City. I know that the parking garage, does it still exist?
It does, but the owner of the mall doesn't own it.
Okay,
So that's the first problem.
okay. That is a
So-
problem.
Right. I would tell you this, so the owner of the mall has an agreement with the city for the riverfront. So in the next 5 to 10 years, there's gonna be something really amazing here. I don't know what it's gonna be.
They've been building up.
I'm 61, I won't be around. But the people that are committing now are part of the future.
They're getting
Okay,
it.
they're
They're
gonna
getting
be
it.
remembered that they came when it was tough and hard. Parking is on the agenda for the future problems to be handled, but they're not gonna be handled for a while because it's a parking garage and, you know, what they're
It's
doing is if
downtown.
you're a customer, and it's downtown, so if you're a customer and you bring a $30 receipt that you paid at Jackson's Closet, you get a discount off of parking. When you are a tenant here, your employees, you can buy like parking packages. So we're trying to make that better, but what I've told my tenants is, we're doing a lot. That problem won't be solved anytime soon.
Yeah.
But it's a problem. However, it's only a problem because you can go to Beechwood or Northwood and those malls have these big, you know, parking lots. If you're coming to shop at Mr. Albert's down the street, you know Mr. Albert's?
Yeah.
I've talked to
It's the
him.
same situation.
You got, he doesn't have a parking garage, he has street parking.
It's the same situation,
Same
right?
situation.
That's
Right,
what I'm
so,
saying, it's the same situation.
Yeah, if you know him, I'm really trying to get him in here.
Mr. Alberts, come on down.
Yeah,
Right.
Mr. Albert.
Come on
Come on.
down.
He's definitely a staple in
And,
Cleveland.
and he's
Yeah.
bursting at the seams of merchandise.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm so
bursting. I said, I've got great big space
I'm
for you,
sure.
so he's one of my prospects.
Y'all know, we gonna come knocking on the door with.
Right, we're
I
gonna pull up
think-
on you.
I think people are moving towards shopping small business, and I don't like to say small business. I'll say,
Entrepreneurs. I call them entrepreneurs.
yeah, because it's, I mean, to you, like to you ones, that's big business to me.
That's right.
You know, it's not small business, it's big business. I think I mean small business by way of same thing, you're starting off, you're doing the pop-up shops, and now you have your own place, your own space, and it may be your first space, your first retail space. I think people are moving towards doing that because it's unique. You're not spending a boatload of money that you're gonna spend on name brands in the mall. I won't keep putting Beechwood down. Right, we like Beechwood. I like Beechwood, but I hope that rubs off. I come down here for the sportswear store. I get all of my Cleveland team gear from here because it's different. It's not the same. I like the sparkly stuff. I like the sparkly Cleveland Browns, the sparkly Cleveland Cavaliers. Shout out to our team, the Cleveland Cavaliers. They are doing their thing.
They really are doing
Yes. But yes, I come down here for that, and I think that getting these businesses down here will allow people like me to go purchase something different that not everybody else has.
That's good.
So, you know, support. They're coming. It sounds like they're coming by the dozen down here. So that's good
The
stuff.
bakers does.
Looking forward, yeah, looking
Right.
forward to it. Looking forward to it, and looking forward to. This is a big part of downtown. Tower City is, and if you have all these tenants down here, you know they want a place to shop. They don't want to have to go all the way across town.
Right.
They don't want to have to go all the way west. You know, so making these stores available for them is I'm great. I'm happy that it's back popping.
And I just want to say this because I know we, as a network of entrepreneurs, not even all the people who do us, I would like to be them entrepreneurs. So guys, once again, let's support one another, and this is a great way to do just that. And within just not our community, but in our city, because as we all know, Cleveland is more than like Keita's favorite line, Bone Thugs and LeBron. Or whatnot. Obviously, we are a city of entrepreneurs, and it's being shown now, it's being showcased. So why don't we stand behind it as a people or as a community and as a city to do just that. So I know we at the Pull Up, we're gonna be here All-Star Weekend, and we're gonna be here beyond All-Star Weekend.
And all of the entrepreneurs, I know not everyone has their own space. Reach out to Beth. She's gonna give us her contact information. We'll make sure to include it on YouTube at the bottom of the screen. But yeah, definitely reach out to Beth. Beth has some deals going on here. Come on, guys. I know somebody needs their own space, and you may be teetering saying, should I get in, should I get in? And this is the way to do it. It's up and coming, it's new, it's starting new again, but Beth is the connect.
It's prime real estate.
Yes,
You know,
absolutely.
I'll look at real estate like this. As you guys know, you get in at a great price because the price is gonna go up a year from now, 2 years from now. As you guys can see with Cleveland, they're renovating all around the space. So why not get in good now when the prices are good? Because a year from now, you won't be able to afford it. That's the honest
You
truth.
guys need to come with me on my road shows here. You're like, I'm just sitting back going, yeah.
Yes.
What they said.
No, listen, because I see it. I see it. We get a chance to look at it, guys. Like, you're not going to find anything better. So, if you guys support us, support Tower City and support the initiative they're having now here, guys.
Yeah, it's going.
And I think was something we didn't hit on for anybody who is looking to franchise out or looking to finally get from like your online store. Because even if you have space to actually put stuff to jump, just to get out the basement, right? Especially if you have enough sales and money in the bank. She said you didn't need a lot, you know, it was basic, what she just ran off. but the proximity you are to the people.
There we go.
So even though Tower City, if we think about it as just Tower City might not be getting foot traffic, it's connected to the Ritz, what's the
RTA.
Renaissance, the RTA, Jack Casino. There's so many people coming in and out on a daily basis, even if they're just walking through. So don't forget that if your station is live enough, you'll be able to attract enough attention.
Exactly.
And all it takes is, I know somebody who knows somebody who's down there, you need to go support them. Similar to what we do with y'all, make sure y'all go support them. Price of admission is just to go say, hey, maybe you're just there. Take a picture by the statement wall or whatever, so we knew that you actually pulled up. Whatever it is to help get the word out, because even if it's not something that's specifically for you, it definitely, you know somebody who knows somebody, and that 6 degrees separation is real. But understanding where you are, regardless of parking, because Tower City's parking situation really hasn't changed much. There's still the parking in the back by the food court. But once you come in, guys, there's still 3 floors of potential. There's still so much happening, and there's always some type of event. There's a monthly event, because we know it's gonna be a monthly event with Beth coming in. Ain't nobody coming all the way from Florida to sit around and not do nothing all week, right? She gonna pound the pavement, so when you catch her in your city, I'm gonna tell her the right cities to be in, so when you catch her, remember, she's allowed to pull up, y'all. You know, give her a real hospitality. Let her know that Cleveland is here for each other. I don't know, I think it's a wonderful thing what you are doing, and I love that you are positioning us as you position yourself. I think that you have realized the value that Clevelanders as a whole bring, but specifically our network. We have the same shared target audience, and I love that you said something so very basic, which was go where your people are, where they normally are, and bring them to where they need to be, or bring them where they're destined to go, and help them get there with you. So I love that you come and go through the process, you listen to the headaches. If you can't listen to them right there, you know, just write it down, call me back, you know, send an email, I got you. But you do follow up, and I love how the fortune with you is in the follow up, because you don't just sit on the idea, you actually bring it into fruition. So I love that.
I've heard her name from a few people. That's the thing. I've heard it from you guys, and I've heard it from a few other people. Like, okay, so I'm like, Beth is downtown doing some things.
Yeah.
And that's exciting, especially since you've only been here a few months, and you've been able to put something in place that hasn't been done for 10 years. That's big. That's big business, Beth.
But you know, and just look, as all of us are entrepreneurs. I'm an entrepreneur, right? And so it's just getting out there and doing it, right? It's knocking on the doors, whether you are, we also have Inc. We have 2 other tenants. So Exotic Boutique and lingerie, and Inc. A tattoo guy. I'm thinking, I'm forgetting his name.
Focus?
Is it Focus?
No, it's not Focus. But whether it's a tattoo person, it's a lingerie store, it's a boutique, or your real estate, we have to put ourselves out there, whether it's coming to your events and standing up, even if you're an introvert, and saying, this is what I do for a living, this is my business, right? We had the Wire event, I got up on stage, I looked different than everyone in the room. Yes,
You did.
And like, this is, welcome to Tower City. I'm so glad all you Clevelanders have come back for the first time in a long time. That was the mission. Invite people in, have an event, stand up and say, this is what I do. And if I can help you, great. Or, you know, if you have a question, but that's what I said. I said, if you guys have a question about leasing, ask me any questions you want. You might be leasing somewhere else, just ask me, because I have 36 years of experience. So, but we have to go ask for the business. If I just sat around, if I just showed up here 6 months ago and said, is the phone ringing? Okay, I'd still be sitting here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have met you guys.
No, for sure.
We wouldn't have 13 new businesses, right? We went out into the community. Like I said, it's way easier now because I've met 13 phenomenal people. I've met 571 people, but I've signed 13 leases, and I've probably met another 30 multiple times. I shared with you guys, you have to keep going back.
Right.
Because A, they don't get it, they don't trust you, they're not ready, there's a lot of reasons. I was sharing before the show started about, there's a study that Harvard did. This blew my mind when I heard this study.
It blew my mind when you said it.
Right? So here, and the numbers are not perfect in the study, but you guys can look this up. So it is 80% of all salespeople, and trust me, if you're an entrepreneur, you are a salesperson. No matter what you say. So 80% of all salespeople make the first call. You make the first call, everyone makes the first call.
Right.
We might be afraid, but we make the first call. Like, it drops, 50% make the second call. 30% make the third call. 20% make the fourth call. And like 2% make the fifth call. And then guess what? 90% of people buy after the fifth call. So think about that.
Listen, that's a cost to make.
Today, right, today I went to a mall in Mentor, and there's a store there that I was my fourth visit. And he said, boy, you're persistent. I said, well, I haven't made the deal with you yet, and you should be at Tower City. I think you would be great, and so I think he's coming to look tomorrow. Fourth visit, and until I call Nakia and she says, oh, Beth, Tower City, until she recognizes my name and what I'm selling, you haven't made enough impact. You'll only do business with people that you like and trust. So if you are trying to sell someone one of your products and they don't know your name or what you're selling, you haven't made the impact yet. So until today, when I walked into the store, he's like, you again. But I knew, and the first 3 times, I had to like tell my spiel. Even though I'm different, I look different, I kind of do stand out. It's very interesting. But now I think he's gonna come tomorrow. And it was the 4th visit. So I just want to encourage everyone to have the courage to make the second and the third call. Just the courage, and what's the worst that could happen?
Right.
They say no. So what? It's mindset.
It
Just
only makes
make
sense.
the calls.
That's a gem right there, guys. Like I know, like she said, as entrepreneurs, we are all. You have to sell yourself as that person or that business or whatnot, and you're selling something or another. So why not keep being persistent? But like we all said before, respectfully.
Well, and when my students say, well, how often can I follow up? And my answer is when you have something new to share. So I say this, you know, you guys can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn, and I kind of drop some gems. Things happen to me, and then I go, oh, I gotta tell people this. So one of the recent posts I did is circling back, following up, and checking in are not follow-up, good examples of follow-up. Circling back. Did you make a decision yet? Right. What's good follow-up is, like what I did today in Mentor, is that how you say it, Mentor? Mentor? I said, Complex opened this weekend, and they had a conversion rate of 35%. I had something new to share with the guy who was a sneaker guy, okay? Or this guy did this amount of sales in December, out of his 4 stores, he was second. That's valuable information for a guy that is in a similar business. Right. It's valuable, or I'm trying to get, let's say, Cohatch. Would love to have Cohatch. They're going in Beechwood. Not again. Go Beechwood. But I would love to have Cohatch here or someone like Cohatch. So I have a prospect that's someone like Cohatch. So they just had a big article in the newspaper about Cohatch adding a brewery. So I sent it to the prospect saying, did you see what Cohatch is doing in Beechwood? Because now I'm able to touch that prospect with something similar to his business that he might have missed, because a lot of people don't read the newspapers. And I gave, and he had not seen it. He goes, oh wow, they're putting a brewery and a co-working, And guess what? Dialogue started again.
Yeah, that's
Versus
good.
circling back, following up, checking in.
Right.
All that is not, I mean, it's respectful
better.
follow-up, but
But
it's
it's
not
kind of annoying,
meaningful.
though.
It's annoying. So how often do you follow up? When you have something of value to add, and that could be, okay, I'm gonna follow up with the beauty supply person. Let's, Google, I started in this business 36 years ago. We didn't have Google. So what we have to our fingertips now, but I wanna send something to a beauty supply prospect. Google. News on beauty supply,
Right.
beauty supply industry, something is gonna pop up, right? And then you can say, hey, Joni, I saw this article, what do you think?
I love it.
Listen, I'm taking notes right now.
Yes,
Like,
I am.
I really got to
I
that
really
call
am.
now.
I really am taking notes.
How many clients I deal with on a regular basis, and like their prospect of want to stay home, and they're like, oh, I'll get back to you in fall. Fall come around, I'll mess around and forget. But I'll have a new relevant thing I want to be pestering. Now I have a plate. Thank you, by the way, Beth.
Yes.
I hope you guys are taking notes because that was a great one.
And don't forget, she said she's looking for a local coffee place. So all the coffee places out there, Starbucks is not coming.
Cool beans.
It's gonna be you.
I need coffee, I need women's shoes, I need little girls' clothing, I need co-working, I need, those are just a few of them. But I am, like I said, what a selfie museum was not on my list. So,
Becoming really popular.
yeah, so I'm
Yes.
so excited for him to
What
come out.
about food? Do you still need food?
I do, I need, bagels, subs,
Sub City.
Italian, not pizza, Italian, sushi. I have, for All Stars, I have soul food, I have barbecue, I have vegan. So, but long term, we've got food court spaces, I've got wine. So.
I'll be there.
Yeah, just call me and we'll work together and try to make a deal.
Listen, you guys heard it. And listen, that's exclusive right here on Pull Up a Spin, by the way.
Yes, yes.
Or I'll see you at the cookout.
I love it.
Bring in the paper plates.
She can't have potato salad just yet, y'all.
So last question, Beth, we asked of all our guests, what are 3 things you want someone watching this to take away from our interview today?
Don't be afraid to meet new people.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid to go out to meet new people. I didn't know one soul in Cleveland when I came here 7 months ago. I think I have 100 new friends in Cleveland.
That's good.
Treat people well. I've made friends with Uber drivers,
Mm-hmm.
the valet team here at the hotel.
Yeah.
I over-tip them. They're my best friends.
When I pulled up, he was like, I think I'm supposed to valet, and he was like, are you going to, are you going to the Ritz? Are you going to, and I said, no, I'm meeting Beth. And I didn't even have to say anymore. He was like, oh, you're supposed to be parking right here. Come on in. It opened the door, it was already ready.
So, for an extra $5, things go a long way.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with that.
So, just don't be afraid to meet new friends.
Mm-hmm.
Meet new friends that don't look like you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you learn.
That's good.
If I'm around people that look like me, that do the same things I do, I don't learn. And at 61, I still want to learn.
That's good.
And take care of people. Over-deliver. Over-deliver. I tell young people all the time, I want a promotion. Right, do the job first, and then you'll
Right.
get the promotion. My mom always said, do the work. Don't ask your boss what to do. Figure out what needs to be done and do it.
Ooh.
And then you will get rewarded. So, and I said this today, doing the right thing is always the right thing.
Ooh.
Whatever that is. When we go out to dinner at night, I've got, there's these guys, the valet guys it's 18 degrees out. Like, let me tell you, this is really cold. I'm so sure.
Yeah.
What can I, we're going to Mario's, what can I bring you guys? guys and I bring them food.
That's
Do
nice.
you think they take care of my VIPs? When I showed up, the first time I came here, I'm like, well, where do my prospects park? And they sent me an email with like 15 steps. I'm like, oh no. Oh no, I'll lose them before they even get to the mall. Like, I get that there's a parking problem. We want to talk about that in the third meeting.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
so I said, we need to make a deal. Like,
Yeah.
and so my client Bedrock with the Ritz came to an agreement that all my prospects park here in valet and I meet them in the valet. And which, again, I have a phenomenal client. They get it. Like, they get that.
They got the
We're
assignment.
not, this is not good selling, right?
Yeah.
And so then I go meet with the valet guys. I'm like, okay, this is the deal. I'm new and I'm gonna have 20 meetings a day.
Yeah.
Like, I'm running. I go,
Yeah.
when my people walk in, they are VIPs.
Yeah.
And we want to treat them like VIPs.
That's awesome.
And so I'm so
I felt
happy.
that way.
Well, you
Yeah.
felt like that
I
because,
did.
and that's how I want you to
it's
feel.
like right away.
Yeah.
Right?
Beth
So-
Azor,
but this
yeah.
is selling. This is selling. What friction is in your business that you can make a couple tiny changes, tweaks, that then removes the friction between, can you imagine, can you guys just imagine if every prospect, I've literally probably shown spaces 100 times.
Yeah.
If those 100 people had to park in that garage, I'm telling you, they would have never found me.
Right.
So what friction is in your business?
Mm.
Remove the friction. And maybe you can do it with a tad, just a little bit. Like,
Right.
is the receptionist friendly?
Mm.
Is your voicemail full? Today, 3 people I called today, their voicemail was full.
Wow.
3 people, voicemail's full. I'm like, how do you do business like that?
Wow.
I mean, I understand, that does happen to me sometimes if I'm on a 5-hour flight
Yeah.
and I, posted something like, call me to lease space at Tower City and 50 people call me, my
Right.
voicemail's gonna be full. But it shouldn't be every day.
Right.
So you need to say, what's between me and my customer and what could I remove with little or no effort?
Mm.
And it was a big effort to get my client in the Ritz to agree to pay for the parking. That was not a little effort, that was a big effort.
Yeah.
What the little effort was that I made friends with the guys
Yeah.
that made you feel
Right.
like VIPs.
That's awesome.
That was what I said I'm gonna do. Out of my pocket, not my clients and not the Ritzes.
Right.
I go buy them dinner because doing the right thing is always the right thing. And they take care of my people because
Yes, 'cause
when
I'm
I'm running
definitely
around, when I'm showing you space and I've got this space and Chloe's showing this space and Ron showing this space and there's someone waiting in the valet, those guys are taking care of my people.
Mhm.
And they're going, you have a VIP waiting for, oh, I gotta go, I got someone.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
So,
Guys, listen, I hope you guys are getting all the gems because Beth is laying them out for you guys
Yes,
tonight. And
we
it's
really have.
just think, I'm over here thinking, I'm like, dang, I make sure my voicemail's not full now because I know I might be doing that. And those are the little things that we forget, and that can be the difference between make or break your business. And Beth, we appreciate you because you can't. There's no better way to end the episode off of that alone, by the way.
well, I'm gonna see them all, right? I'm gonna see them at Evening of Elevation.
That's
Yeah.
right.
We're gonna
absolutely.
pick a date. It's gonna be in March or April or May, we don't know when.
Mhm.
And I'll get to meet all of you, so come, we'll
Absolutely.
talk more, you guys can ask questions, and I'm happy to help in any way I
Thank you
can.
so much for sitting
And
down
thank you
with
for
us.
inviting me to the cookout. I asked them, when is it? Like, I thought it was a real cookout. I'm learning.
And so I know you say to reach you via Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook.
But my cell phone's the best, so it's, should I just say it or you?
Yeah.
So
Oh, by all means.
And we're-
305-970-0416, 305-970-0416. But I am on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Beth Azor, A-Z-O-R. But these guys know how to get me. And I do respond.
Yes,
This
yes,
is
she
not-
does.
You do.
I don't,
Yes, she
I
does.
don't say anything that I don't actually follow through.
Absolutely.
This
I
is
mean,
true.
And once again, guys, we thank Beth for her time today. And guys, once again, we want to thank you guys for watching every week. We're up to, last time I checked, 23? Yeah, of subscribers. I mean, you guys are subscribing, liking, and sharing. We appreciate that. So we continue doing that. And just like we support each other, guys, via YouTube, let's support everyone coming this February 19th and 20th, right, for the All-Star Weekend, guys. So thank you guys once again, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.